Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Golden Frieza, I'm going to be taking a look at a maxed out Golden Malice Golden Frieza. So the reason I'm taking a look at this guy is recently he got a 200% lead as a part of the Cooler. So Cooler obviously leads Terrifying Conquerors and he leads Transformation Boost units. So this guy, he recently got a 200% lead. Obviously it's going to be interesting to see just how good he is under a 200% lead. But I've got this guy rainbowed, I've got him maxed out on links, and he's a pretty cool unit. He leads Tech, Int, and Strength type units with Ki +3 and HP attack and defense of 80%. His passive skill is 90% attack and defense, with also giving target Goku category allies 2 Ki and attack and defense of 30%. He has a high chance of performing a critical hit when facing an enemy whose name includes Goku, Youth, Captain, Ginyu, Junior, etc. excluded. On his super attack effect, he raises defense and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Now in terms of link set, he has Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Revival, Super God Combat, Resurrection F, Strongest Clan in Space, and Fierce Battle. Resurrection F is a pretty difficult one for him to get because the only other Frieza units that carry that link are Golden Frieza units. Same with Super God Combat. So generally speaking, the best links are going to be Prodigies, Universe Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, and Fierce Battle. You can use Revival on a Resurrected Warriors team, but it's really not that crazy. In terms of his categories, he's on Battle of Fate, Full Power, Gifted Warriors, Inhuman Deeds, Mastered Evolution, Movie Bosses, Planetary Destruction, Resurrected Warriors, Revenge, Sworn Enemies, Target Goku, Terrifying Conquerors, Transformation Boost, and Wicked Bloodlines. He has a 200% leader skill from the Strength Cooler, and he looks like he could be an interesting unit to use on that team. He has one unit that shares 5 links with him, that is the Angel INT Golden Frieza, and he has a whole bunch of units that share 4 links with him, which is the majority of other Friezas and Final Form Friezas. He also shares 4 links with Resurrection F Vegetas, but that's not really a link or a pairing you're going to be able to use very often. You'll be able to use them on Battle of Fate, and also you'll be able to use them on Revenge, but you're not going to be able to use them on pretty much anything else. So that is obviously something. In terms of everything else, Frieza looks pretty good. I actually quite like him. I think he's a very, very solid unit. He's obviously aged a little bit. Whether he can do super hard content like Red Zone, etc. is a little bit debatable now. But generally speaking, he's actually still a really, really solid unit. You can use him in things like LGEGT, LGE, LVE. You can use him in the Gods of Destruction event. You can use him in pretty much everything barring some of the hardest Red Zone stages. I actually really like this guy. I think he's still a very solid unit. Here you can see we have 4 links active. We do have double support, so there's something to note, but we have 171,000 defense, which is pretty good. At least I think. I do have equipment on him. I have defensive equipment and I also have additional equipment. Because he crits against Goku enemies, in events like the LGE and that, he can still do decent damage, even while not necessarily hitting the highest. 2.7 million, very solid, and you can crit as well, which generally speaking is pretty reliable. Obviously, if you also have him with full additional, you're looking at a 20% chance to super attack again, which is pretty helpful for him because then he'll stack even more defense. And that defense can stack pretty quickly. You'll notice that we got 2 stacks here, so we obviously, stack twice. And you'll see this defense goes up quite considerably as of the next turn. So it's going to be something that's pretty interesting at least from my side. I think he's really, really solid. I do think as an older unit he's deceptively good still. I think he's very usable on a lot of teams, especially as a floater. And with Target Goku kind of teams really increasing in popularity, you've got the Cooler Final Form, you've got the Tech Cooler getting his easy A, you're going to be getting a Metal Cooler, you've got the AGL Cell First Form, we've got the Android 16 and 18s, Yeah, target Goku's got a pretty decent, kind of sizable increase, I want to say. It's received a pretty strong kind of buffer. Here you can see his defense is shot up well over the 200,000, which is very, very solid. And he's looking very, very strong overall. He's not going to be able to increase his damage much. There's no real way, barring links. So if we activated a couple of further links, you would see him go up. But generally speaking, he hits decent. Again, you're going to see a lot more joy out of him facing a Goku enemy, because that means he's going to obviously have the ability to crit than anything else. But he's not really there for damage. You also have to equate what he brings the rest of the team. If you're running a target Goku team or target Goku units like Cooler benefits a lot from support, so this guy's a very solid option underneath the kind of, included in kind of the like team build. So you can just kind of throw him in, and he should be able to help out the Cooler quite a bit. That additional defense, that additional attack, that additional key is all stuff that helps out Cooler. It really makes him seem a lot better. So I just think that's very much quite usable. But yeah, for the most part, I'm actually really quite happy with how this Golden Frieza still holds up today. I think 200% lead makes him still quite usable for a lot of content. At the rate he stacks, he'll be able to handle pretty much everything but maybe Red Zone. And the LGE, well, no, you'll be able to handle both of those. So yeah, he's a very usable unit. Is he worth this much investment into? I would say links-wise is not necessary. You're not getting a lot of defense from the links, so I don't think the links are actually entirely necessary. As a unit, he's definitely worth rainbowing, because I find that he's very, very useful still in a lot of teams, and he's great for long form events. Still a very solid, reliable unit, and crit chance against Goku enemies is always something that's super helpful. Target Goku's a category that has meshing problems, so giving him the ability to help that team mesh together, I think is still very, very valuable overall, and is actually just a super duper valuable situation to be in with this unit. I think the fact that he can help that team kind of bind is very, very good. Link-wise, he links only well with Frieza units, but he provides support, so you don't really need to worry about that too much. But yeah, he generally Prodigy is Universe, Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, and Fierce Battle. That's going to be where you find joy, and you can get Revival with this INT Angel Frieza. But Super God Combat, Resurrection AF, you can get them with Vegeta on a couple teams, but realistically, you're not going to get them. Resurrection AF is a shame, because it's a super nice one, but there's only Final Form Frieza and Golden Frieza. So unless they bring out a Final Form Frieza from that movie that turns into Golden Frieza or something like that, then you can get Resurrection AF, but basically until then you're not going to be able to get it. But he's still very, very solid, very good unit, and generally speaking you don't need his links. His links just help him offensively. You gain very minimal defense from them. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just thought I'd bring this character to attention since he's maxed out and he got a 200% lead. That's going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.